Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining me again today. My name is General Confusion, and this is once again Ultimate General Civil War. So, I've reorganized my army. I just didn't have enough men to really want to keep 3 corps around. So, we have the 1st Corps with about 25,000 soldiers and 96 guns, the 2nd Corps with 22,600 soldiers and 96 guns, and then the 3rd Corps, which is just Robert E. Lee. I did that just for sort of ease of management's sake. I will, of course, build 3rd Corps up as I go, assuming that I can actually manage to get some new recruits and hang on to them. The army has not actually grown for some time now. I may have hit a wall in regards to my skill level, because I've actually been losing soldiers over the last few battles. Fredericksburg, certainly, I lost far more soldiers than I gained. And so I went in there with about 50,000, and I came out with about 47,000 all told, even after spending reputation on getting 3,000 extra troops. So let's look at the battle's map. Our next major battle is Stones River, but before that, we have Everettsville. Everettsville is another of those minor battles that I'm not too well versed in. It did take place here in Virginia, but sort of in the western portion of Virginia. So 20th December 1862. A federal force is in expedition near Everettsville. Our intelligence reports that they're aiming to destroy the strategically significant Wilmington and Weldon Railroad Bridge. If they succeed, they'll put an end to our vital supply chain from the port of Wilmington. We must attack them and prevent their plans. So if we win this, we get about $60,000 and 4,700 recruits. I am at this point out of money and out of recruits, so it's really important that I win here. Okay, so we get 15 brigades. This is just the same thing we already read. So I'm not going to be able to take either 1st or 2nd Corps fully, but I am going to deploy... at this point, they're both fairly elite. 1st Corps is more elite. And 1st Corps is also larger. So yeah, I'm going to take 1st Corps. General, we are moving to intercept the Union expedition force that heads to destroy our railroad bridge. It seems they have spotted us because they prepare defenses on this road junction. We must attack them and repulse them from our lands. Okay, so once again... I'm being forced into an offensive battle where the enemy has good terrain. Well, let me see what I can do. What I'm thinking is I can flank him to the north. Because see, if he has part of his line right here, if I can get into these woods, then I'll have a very good position. Down here, there are these woods. They're more spread out. It'll kind of depend on how many units he has. So, let me see. I'm going to put, once again, I'm going to follow my tradition and put 1st Division on my extreme flank to use as flanking forces. He's 4th Division. Where's the rest of 1st Division? There's Richards. There's Kemper. So we're going to put 1st Division way over on the right, along with Frank, their artillery. We'll have 2nd Division moving up through the woods right here in the center. 2nd Division is up to 2 stars, mostly. And Cabell in 3rd Division is also up to 2 stars, so is Statham. Basically, 1st Corps here has just really become quite elite and effective. And this despite me increasing their numbers with just random recruits. That's 4th Division. Here's Leisure in 3rd Division. So we're going to stretch a line of infantry all the way across the map. Pretty much. We'll have Munford and Bartlett sitting back just a little bit. And then we have the artillery. We're just going to kind of space the artillery out behind. And Bristow will be up here in the middle. Alright, let's start the battle. Okay, Branch. Skirmishers, Mahoney, Skirmishers, Statham, Skirmishers, Cabell, Skirmishers. These Skirmishers need to go forward and tell me where the enemy is. Then, 1st Division. I don't really want to split skirmishers off from them just because they're already small. So what I want is 1st Division to get up into these woods like that. Leisure can start marching forward. Cabell can start marching forward. All these guys can start marching. That way, Carlin, fall in behind them. We don't want people on the road where they're exposed, necessarily. These guys can be behind the lines on the road. Cromwell and Bristow can move up. And let's get the artillery moving up as well. Okay, come on, skirmishers. What do your elf eyes see? Tell me what I'm looking at. So we are a little cramped on the right side here, so we might not be able to get around the enemy flank. We may have to flank to the south, just as a matter of practicality. I'm actually going to send Cabell's skirmishers down south like this to make sure we don't have any nasty surprises waiting for us. Okay. We have somebody waiting for us. Yep, there's Lewis. Branch's skirmishers should get up there. So we definitely don't want to come up this field, this hill here. That would be a serious problem. Who's shooting? Ah, there's some skirmishers up there as well. Branch's skirmishers, get in the woods, please. Okay, you're in the woods. Now you can return fire. Three to 21. I don't call that a good exchange. Meanwhile, Mahoney's skirmishers move up like that. Cabell's skirmishers get up to the edge of the woods. Branch's skirmishers are not covering themselves with glory here. Here comes some skirmish cav. But this is okay. I don't mind skirmish cavalry, because they're not highly effective. So Branch, Carlin, and Mahoney. Ooh. What is Butler doing? If I can get Branch right there, rotated properly, then we can just unleash hell on Butler there. Okay, Branch's skirmishers fall back. Richards, run forward. Maney, run forward. Especially since my troops here have cover and his don't. Hold there at the edge of the woods. Oh yeah, Butler's getting slaughtered. Okay, so we found the enemy line. I'm not going to be able to outflank them to the right, so I'm going to have to outflank them to the left. So Munford, Bartlett, Leisure, and Cabell are going to have to swing. I only have 2.5 hours. We do have Gordon down here. But if you 4 units swing down there and run, supported by at least 2 artillery, supported by these 2, I think we might be able to make something happen. Cabell, get over there. Statham's skirmishers, I want you to go harass Gordon. Butler is absolutely toast. He's in a terrible situation. Okay, here comes Gordon. Statum skirmishers need to run. We'll push Statum up. And we'll push Mahoney up down there as well. Richards is doing fine. Branch is doing more than fine. Butler is already wavering. Those skirmishers are being pushed back. Neal is being pushed back. There's Lewis. Let's get Branch's skirmishers up here. Frank, let's ensconce Frank in the woods right here. Get Kemper up like that, kind of. Siegfried up like that. Maney can be here. Okay, we've got Skirmisher v. Skirmisher. That's fine. Penrose and Deering can pull up. How about around here? So that looks like the main Union line. Statham. We're going to pull up and flank Gordon on all sides. Because I think what we can do is, I think we can just push in from the south here. While we more or less hold this line. And yeah, we'll be under a little bit of artillery, we'll take a little bit of shelling, but it won't be that bad. Especially with Branch and Carlin right here. And Penrose and Deering backing them up. Cromwell, you guys move up north. We'll plan to sandwich those guys in once we've more or less dealt with the issue. Shoot at Gordon, shoot at Gordon, shoot at Gordon, shoot at Gordon. You two get up there. While you guys are shooting Gordon. Leisure's cover isn't great. Cabell's cover is okay. Gordon is running. That's what I want to see. Statham skirmishers try to cross the woods. Oh wow, Gordon's running out into the open because he's an idiot. I mean, I get that he's probably trying to get away from a situation that looks like he really can't win, but he's doing so in a very foolish way. And he's exposing himself completely in order to flank a unit of skirmishers that don't really matter. Okay, you lot keep pushing. Push, 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 push. Okay, we've got a Union brigade moving forward. That's fine. Let's actually get Deering up here. We have Penrose already established. Okay, Gordon's running. Leisure. How about you chase him? We're taking heavy artillery fire, so we've got Revere in those woods. Mumford, cross over into those woods. Statham's skirmishers go ahead of him. Cabell's skirmishers are still fighting. Let's get my artillery pulled up. Statham's taking some losses, but that's okay. How about I push Mahoney up in this direction? Okay, Whiting's been routed without too much trouble. Emperor's taking some artillery fire, but not too bad. Alright, Cabell, swing down here. We're going to force Gordon away. My troops are exhausted, unfortunately. But that's just the price that we pay. There's artillery over here, but I'm not getting any infantry fire. Which is very, very interesting. Okay, Statham join up with Mahoney. And they're going to launch a... Oh, no, that would be a frontal assault on Revere. Okay, Bartlett, swing over there. Okay, so we've got 2 Union infantry units up there. A frontal assault on Revere might be... Okay, let me pause and take a gander at the situation. We've got Carlin back here who isn't committed. This is a fairly strong line, but it's very stretched out. I think it's only 2 or 3 units in line. This is actually a denser, tougher to deal with line, but I think there may be a gap right here. There might be. And then down here, we've got Gordon pretty much isolated. So I think if I can put Bartlett up here, he may be able to get into the flag. Casualty-wise, how am I doing? 1.5%. So I've only lost about 400 or 500 troops so far, which is fine. I'm going to take Kemper up to there, and I'm going to kind of shift this whole line leftwards a wee bit. And that does kind of mean breaking contact with my troops down here, except I could send up Carlin if I wanted to. But I'm actually going to move Carlin over to there and have him run. We've got Penrose over there firing. These two artillery pieces are not even engaged. I'm going to move them up in this direction because I think this is where I want to make my breakthrough. Okay, there's a unit. There is a unit here, it looks like. Yes, fire at the artillery. Get rid of the artillery first. Here comes another unit down to stop Mahoney, so Mahoney can hold. We've got Gordon on the run again. Leisure, move up. Bartlett is pushing in. Yep, there's Buford. Okay, stop. Stop. Okay, Statham. Engage Revere. Carlin. Okay, Carlin. I think you rejoin Mahoney. I think now is the time. So we've got these units right like this. Kemper is engaged with Whiting. Siegfried is going to be engaged with Whiting. This corner of the woods is unoccupied. If I wanted to rush and risk heavy casualties, then the time and way to do it would be now, I think. I've got Leisure down here holding off Gordon. I think that's fine. I'm going to swing Cabell back over this way, I believe. I'm just going to kind of move him because he is still fighting there. We've got Mumford, Bartlett. I need my guns. I need my guns to be up here post-haste. Penrose. See, looking at this, Butler is out of position. The problem is that we have this artillery back here that I don't want to charge. I just don't. What I want to do is break through here and just technically take the objective. Without suffering too many casualties, because I have to keep fighting for another hour and a half. So I want Bartlett and Buford to duke it out at long range for a while. I want Statham and Mahoney to force their way past Revere, which means I want Carlin to come over right here to get flank shots on Butler. Oh, Mahoney's skirmishers are screwed. Mahoney's screwed. Okay, Statham, move up. Deal with those skirmishers, please. Okay, Mumford and Cabell. Push forward a little bit. See what you can do. Okay, charge, Statham. Get into Revere. You also charge. Carlin, get those shots. Get those shots on Butler. Pleasure's guarding our flank. Cabell's skirmishers are taking out Foster's troops. Got Mahoney's skirmishers coming up. I don't know if that charge is going to succeed. There is artillery support, unfortunately. Alright, charge at Butler. We gotta get rid of him. If we can take care of Cochrane, we can just do that, and we'll be alright. Can we get skirmishers inserted through there? Oh no, they did not break him, but the artillery was too much. Shoot. How's Kemper doing? Kemper, Siegfried. Alright. deering up. Okay, so we do have skirmishers in the enemy line, but they're getting massacred from both sides. Leisure, swing around and flank from the left. We're going to have to roll them up from the left. That's what we're going to have to do. Okay, Mahoney and Statham's glorious charge has failed miserably. Buford is distracted there, but... Munford, fall back just a little bit. Just a little, just a little. Okay, stop. We're gonna flank Cochrane here. And these skirmishers are going to come down to shoot at this artillery from the rear. Arlen's running. Mahoney has regrouped. Butler is also running, which is nice. Statham is in the open, which is not nice. Oh boy. Let's get McLean and Smith right here. And then let's put Statham in front of them. Mahoney's skirmish could reach. Buford is moving. That was Buford moving. That was Buford abandoning his lines. Oh, we've got Gordon coming in from the rear. Crap. Okay. Kemper's taking a pasting because he is in a bad position. Run away. Run away, Kemper. Siegfried can hold there while Kemper gets out. Branch, who has not so far been contributing, needs to come down here. But Buford, with Buford leaving, that gives me a golden opportunity if I take advantage of it the right way. Because if I can shove Bartlett in and take those fortifications, while everyone else is distracted, because Buford is abandoning his post. Why is Statham in melee? Just shoot at him. Come on, take the fortifications, take the fortifications, take the fortifications. You've got Buford rushing back in. He's realized his mistake. But we can get him. Mahoney, rush up here to face Revere. I don't know if Bartlett's going to be able to hold Buford off. I kind of doubt it. But it was absolutely worth the shot. Come on, Bartlett, you can do it. Looks like you're doing it. All we need to do is capture the junction. We just need to capture the junction. It's right there. Come on, Bartlett. You still have 87% morale. You can absolutely do this. Take out Allen. Ah! Branch, Carlin. Get up there. We've got 3 brigades in this area. Bartlett's won. Yes, he's driven Buford off. Now if we can just hold down at the south, we'll be fine. Leisure, come back. Please come back, Leisure. What are my casualties looking like now? Yeah, now my casualties are 12%. Now I'm probably losing almost more than this is worth. Okay, Revere is running. Push up Carlin and get rid of Cochrane. Fast, please. Push up Branch as well. Butler's just standing there like an idiot. Alright, we've driven off Allen, but Cabell has routed as well. Munford needs to hold the line there. Leisure has come back, so he can get rear shots on Gordon. We do have cavalry operating in our rear, but I'm not too worried about all that. Right now we're slaughtering the Federal artillery, which is what we need to do. Bartlett is doing fine. Munford needs to get rid of that Federal artillery. Butler is engaged in melee. Keep shooting that Federal artillery, boys. Lewis up there. Let's put some pressure on. 1st Division. Advance. Cromwell, come forward to give your morale boosting support. Let him shoot at Whiting, he's in the open. Branch, take those fortifications. Bartlett's almost out of ammo. Okay, I only have 13 minutes. So, with 13 minutes to go to take the objective, Bartlett needs to abandon the fort and rush up there. Statham needs to rush up there. Branch is taking those fortifications. Smith and McLean don't have time to reposition. Mahoney needs to push up. And we'll see what good this all does. If Bartlett can drive off Whiting, then we can take this position and we'll be good. But he only has 11 minutes to do it. Charge. At him. Fire. Right. Don't charge, just fire. Fire, 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 fire. Come on, Bartlett. Reload and fire, reload and fire. 7 minutes. There we go. Whiting's running. No, no. Fire at Whiting. Fire at Whiting. Move up. Charge at Whiting. Yes! We got the junction just in time. Yay! Fast forward. 1 minute. 0 minutes. And finish. Okay, so we came in actually slightly outnumbering the enemy for once, and we had exactly equal numbers of artillery, although they did have cavalry and we didn't. Casualty-wise, casualties nearly even. This is what happens when you're attacking a strong defensive position like that. It's just hard. And it costs casualties to get through. I think I did execute a pretty good plan. I struck at the weak point of the lines, which was this joint area. I held everybody else off until that very end assault up here with 1st Division, and I managed to get through and take the objective. Strategically speaking, at this point I've split the Union Army into 2 parts and one of them is almost entirely surrounded. If the battle went on and I was willing to accept the casualties, that part of the army is basically destroyed. They would have to surrender at some point. But, it's not worth doing that because it's not worth the casualties that I would take. So, yep, goal-wise, I held the junction. I also inflicted at least 5% more casualties on the enemy, it looks like. Yep, I did. Unit-wise, unfortunately, it was just so even. And that's really sad. I did have 1, 2, 3, 4 officers promoted. And goods-wise, I did lose some guns, but I have enough Springfield M1855, so that doesn't matter, because I still have several thousand of those in the bank. So, and I just achieved the Confederate Officer Star. That's pretty cool. So I got 4,700 recruits, $58,800, so that's enough recruits to replenish my losses almost exactly. I don't think I really gained any from that, but I'm going to put that point into politics, just so that I get more men and dosh. Kemper is wounded again, or the officer who was leading Kemper's brigade is wounded again. We're going to put Ambrose Wright in his place. And that will be it for this episode. So thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate each and every one of you, my viewers. If you liked this video, leave a like. Consider leaving a comment. Say something that you want to say about the Civil War. Tell me a little bit about what this battle was historically, because as I said, this is one of the ones that I just don't know a huge amount about. So thank you all so much again for watching. If you liked this video, consider subscribing to the channel, where more content like this will be coming your way on the regular. And I will see you all in the next one.